Off and racing for the opener, and as they take the climb on towards fence number 1, Of Course I Can is one of the first to show, with Lost in Transit on the outside, issuing authorities on the inner, and then a break of 3 or 4 lengths to Shin Hill. Towards the inside, Largy Hill with Fitzburg wide, and then Sung for My Father and Bally Desmond, the back pairs. They turn in towards fence number 1, where Of Course I Can leads them over as they all clear the first safely and race up now to pass the post. They've got 3 circuits, 15 fences ahead of them, and Of Course I Can has the advantage from in second Lost in Transit, in third Issuing Authority, and a break of 3 or 4 lengths to Shin Hill in 4. They're being chased by Bally Desmond, who's gone up on the outside of Largy Hill, and further back behind these to Song for My Father, who's towards the back of the field along with Fitzburg. So now they turn, making their way left-handed on down the hill first time. Good run before they meet fence number 3. And out front, it's Of Course I Can by 2 or 3 lengths to in second spot Lost in Transit. Third on the inside, Issuing Authority, and then Shin Hill in 4. Bally Desmond is next, and this group are being followed towards the inside in the pink jacket by Song for My Father. Largy Hill is one from the back, and Fitzburg is last of all. Racing now across the bottom of the track and heading on to go towards the first of the climbing fences. Of Course I Can, being followed by Lost in Transit. Issuing Authority is third down the inside. Break of 2 or 3 lengths back to Shin Hill with Song for My Father, who's made a bit of ground. Bally Desmond, Fitzburg and Largy Hill is now last of the group. Clearing the first of the fences right across the far side, beginning to rise. On their way up now to go towards fence number 4. Out front, Of Course I Can, Lost in Transit. They're the leading pair, with Issuing Authority right down the inside. Just behind this group, further back to Shin Hill with Song for My Father. Bally Desmond is next, and then Fitzburg in front of Largy Hill. Fence 5 completes their circuit, and Of Course I Can and Harley Dunn leads by a length or 2 to Lost in Transit. Is on the outside for Rob James. They're being followed by Issuing Authority and Brian Lawless third down the inside. The break to Shane Hill and Pat King is on the outside of Song for My Father and Aaron Sinnott. Bally Desmond, Noel McParlin's in front of Fitzburg and Jack Lavery, and last of all is Largy Hill and Ben Crawford. Song for My Father was particularly awkward at that one, but survives as they go up to pass the post. Still have 2 circuits ahead of them, and it's Of Course I Can from Lost in Transit on the near side. Issuing Authorities on the far side. Shin Hill is next, and they're being followed by Song for My Father. Bally Desmond just behind, and they're being chased at the back of the field by both Fitzburg and Largy Hill. Turning away now to descend second time, and out front, taking them down the hill, Of Course I Can. Lost in Transit just outside Issuing Authority. Behind this one in 4th spot is Shin Hill, and then Song for My Father next. 2 or 3 lengths break back in the field to Bally Desmond. Fitzburg last but 1, and Largy Hill remains last of the group. Now they go to race through the gap across the bottom of the track for the second time, and out front, Of Course I Can has led them since flagfall. Lost in Transit's up on the outside. On the inside is Issuing Authority. Shin Hill is next, and this group are being chased by Song for My Father, who's just behind them. And again, Song for My Father just got deep to that one. Not the first mistake he's made. Aaron Sinnott's trying to recover an iron. Bally Desmond's on the outside. This one's being followed down the inside by Largy Hill with Fitzburg next over this one. And beginning the climb now to go towards fence 7 from the finish. And it's Of Course I Can from Lost in Transit, Issuing Authority. Behind them is Shin Hill with Song for My Father on the inside. Just behind them is Bally Desmond. They clear that one. Largy Hill and Fitzburg. Now they race towards the turn. That's going to bring them into the straight with 6 fences still to be jumped. And it's Of Course I Can with Lost in Transit just outside. The chestnut on the inside is Issuing Authority as they go to take this one. Over in front, Of Course I Can is going to lead them up to past the post now. The grey takes them along. Of Course I Can pulled up at Moira on debut. Lost in Transit is close in second now, over towards the near side in the blue jacket. This debutant son of Libertarian. And then just behind these is Song for My Father, who was shipped on debut, having run a good race up to the closing stages. On the outside is another debutant by Conduit, that's Shin Will. And then down the inside behind these is Issuing Authority, who was 5th at Carramore on debut in a competitive contest. Behind these, and just trying to creep now a little closer into contention, is Largy Hill, debutant by Flemonsforth, and last of all is Fitzburg. So down they go now into the bend. That'll bring them across the bottom of the track final time. Of Course I Can Lost in Transit in second, Issuing Authority is third, fourth down the inside, Song for My Father. On the outside is the Grey, and that one's Shin Hill. Then Ballydesmond hanging onto the back of them, 3 lengths to Largy Hill, and they're away from Pittsburgh. Now they got to race towards 4 from home, and it is close to call. Of Course I Can, the near side. On the far side, Lost in Transit. The pair a length or two in front of Issuing Authority, who's not out of it. Then Shin Hill is getting into it. Song for My Father holds his position as they clear this one. Of Course I Can from pulled up at the back, Pittsburgh, but now they go towards the second last. Of Course I Can from on the outside, Lost in Transit. Issuing Authority, Song for My Father, Shin Hill. Largy Hill tries to improve as they take that one, and lost one. Shin Hill back in fifth came down and is quickly up, but it's now Lost in Transit from Of Course I Can, from Issuing Authority and Largy Hill, who are staying away well on the outside. Lost in Transit turned towards home with Largy Hill now getting back at him on the outside and Issuing Authorities on the inside. It's a three-way run to the line. Lost in Transit, Largy Hill, Issuing Authority. Lost in Transit is holding the advantage. Largy Hill, Issuing Authority are forcing all the way to the line. Lost in Transit the centre, Issuing Authority the far side, Largy Hill the near. That's the trio to the judge. They're clear from the long-time leader, Of Course I Can, 4 or 5 lengths back to the pink jacket of Song for My Father, and they're 10 or 15 clear from Ballydesmond.